So you take an activity and then show them God through that activity. Explain
Yes,
that.
I pair the women of the Bible with a craft activity. So, each one, doesn't matter who it is, I have something that they can do. If we have the sinful woman who anointed the feet of Jesus with perfume, we make a sachet that's in a heart shape to remind us that our tears even are a sweet fragrance to the Lord.
My. And they can learn that at ages 9 to 12.
Yes, they
Oh
can.
my.
And hopefully each activity, because they make a craft, is going to be a visual reminder of what they were learning about. Not only do they read about it, but then there's journaling for them to, with little journal prompts that they can write their reflections on to help apply it to their life.
And that's so important, to actually let them write down something. And that's incredible. I homeschooled for a while, so I love all this. I just love it. And if you can get their hearts that age, because that's where the tugs start coming in, the boyfriends and all the teenage years.
It is. And behind all of these devotions are teaching the girls virtues about the Lord. Because if you can help them learn those virtues and guide towards how these women were impacted by God and by God's Word or His touch upon them, if it's the New Testament with Jesus, then that will make a difference in their lives. If you get it in their heart young, and maybe they make something and they can show that to their friends, and then they bring back the lesson that went with what they made, so that excitement spills over to them, and that becomes a witnessing tool for them.
That's incredible. Now, book 2, we have book 1 and book 2. You even have planning parties from the start to the finish.
Yes, I do. Book 2 has 9 parties for girls to plan and carry out, with a little bit before they do the parties, giving them responsibility of asking permission to have it, knowing they have to clean up it. But there are the decorations for them to make, the activities to do. There's always a devotional activity, the snacks that go along with it. And everything's coordinated for them to have a really fun party. So whether it's celebrate life or celebrate the night away, because we don't even call it a slumber party because we probably don't slumber a whole lot.
Never. I don't remember any of them that I did.
Right. And even celebrate creativity, where there's a creative quiz, because even children will say, but I'm not creative, because they think if I can't draw, I'm not creative. But they may be creative in social skills, they may be creative in organizing, they might be creative in arts. There's a lot of ways to be creative, so it helps them find what's your creative bent.
And a lot of adults go through their entire life and doesn't know what their creativity is.
That's right, and yet we were the first thing God is creator.
Yes.
And so He created us in His image, and therefore He put creativity in each of us. We just have to discover our creative bent.
And then with your passion, God has put in your life. Now you're an author and a continually writing new books. And so when will the new book come out?
I haven't been told the date. I just know it'll be before July. 2 new books will come out.
That's a great way to start the year.
Yes.
And get excited about it. Now, I was a homeschooler, a teacher. I homeschool my children. What are the homeschoolers saying about your books?
They're having fun with those. They're saying, we can use this as part of our reading, part of our writing, instead of just a prompt for the journal. They'll pick out one of those prompts each day and have them write an essay to do with that particular question. Then they do the crafts, but what they like is, beyond making the craft, I then give them ways that maybe you wove a cup. Now, what if you wove the cup and added bells as you wove, or you added another color of yarn and did 2 at once, and what patterns can you make from it to help spark creativity in them? Because to be creative, you first have to learn a basic skill. Then you know how to make changes to it to be creative, and that's to build that skill and then help them apply ideas to put their own creative design into it.
That is wonderful. I'm just sitting here thinking about grandmothers who
Oh,
probably
right.
love to have this book for when the grandchildren come over. And the grandmother was a spark in your life.
Yes. Oh, my 2 grandmothers who knew each other. They went to each other's bridal showers, quilting bees.
My.
And they both taught me a lot of crafts and sewing and needlework and just making things from any little scraps we found.
My. Well, see, people think because I get old that I'm not, God can't use me anymore. But look what you can do, and look what sparked in your life. And Reverend Kathy Sandlin, her praying grandmother, was what influenced her life. You have a lot of influence in your life. These grandparents do.
Yes, and I'm a grandmother now, so.
Yes. Oh, and your grandchildren sounded so sweet on the phone when I heard them. They were so sweet, and you were so organized. It's wonderful.
Oh, well, that's part of time management.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about in the second hour. But what about girls' Bible clubs and maybe summer camp counselors? Would they enjoy these books?
They will, and some have. I've had girls that write to me. In fact, I have a little focus group that is from one church that has a girls' club on Wednesday evenings, and they write to me, and I send them some new things I'm trying, and they give me their feedback, which is very helpful for me, and it's a lot of fun.
Yes, that's great. Well, every church needs these books then. They're children, pastors. They need to get these for the girls, but then you said you have some more for boys and girls.
Yes, a family devotional builder. That's for, there's 171 activities, and those aren't all crafts. Those are science experiments and outdoor fun and all sorts of things, because all the children don't like the same things. They have different personalities, different learning styles.